So I'm hoping that's recorded. If it hasn't, so far we have just put Take a Moment, this really nice green here, and I've just built it up because, like I said earlier, it is a pastel and it does take quite a bit to build it up, but not too much. It's not like the Morphe Ice Fantasy palette. That one is a little bit weak in the pastel department, unfortunately. I do still like it and I will still use it. It was a present of my sister and my niece, so obviously it's got a special place in my heart, just like this one has now. So yeah, what I'm going to do is I've brought two Primark brushes out and I'm going to blend this shade first of all. This has probably gone a bit far out. So we're going to blend this shade first of all. Just the in the crease. I want it as pigmented as possible on the lid. I mean, you can see how pigmented it is. Look at that, that's gone on the brush. And then I'm going to get the other clean Primark brush and I'm going to go in with Frills, that one there. Again, this is really pigmented. Hardly any fallout. Wow. That mint green is really pigmented. Really pretty. Right, so now I need to get I'll use this one, this Morphe one. I'll just run it through the colour switch. Shall I get my glitter glue? I think, no I won't, because it will take some of the colour away. What I'll do is I'll go in with Nothing Compare, and we might have to spritz the brush. I've taken all the macaron away. That's a shame, I love that little macaron. Yeah, it's because it's layered on top of the matte, it's not as pigmented, but it goes really, really well with that Take a Moment shade. Let's see how well it goes on with the finger. Look at that, guys. Put it on with a finger. Yeah, much better. Feel like this is going to be a favourite palette through summer this year and probably spring and summer next year. Let's spray it and see if we can get it more pigmented. Oh yes. They're very soft, these shimmers. I wish there was a couple more shades in because they're beautiful. There's this one and then there's a white to lavender duochrome which we'll be using for the inner corner, I think. But I also want to see what that looks like on its own, so I'll probably use that on its own tomorrow. Beautiful. Okay, so let's go in with the blending brush again. I think it was this one. Just going to blend it out a little bit. I feel like I just want to make the edge a bit sharper, so and instead of using the green in the palette, I might still do that, but I found this I found this Essence Long Lasting Eye Pencil in number 32 Go Green, and I've not worn it in a long time. I don't know how pigmented it was, so let's just see. I wouldn't say it's overly pigmented. I think I need to get some NYX ones. They're meant to be good. Probably have to go in with the shades that I used. Right, I'm going to go in with this Real Techniques accent brush. And I'm going to go back in with Take a Moment just over that Essence eyeliner. It's not as pigmented as I would like, and obviously this is the same shade, so just a tiny bit on the brush. Okay. I'm going to take that off, and we're going to go in with that other shimmer that's in the palette. It's called Sweets, and it's just a lovely white to lavender duochrome, like I said earlier. It reminds me of the one from Juvia's Place, the Deuce palette. Should have put some glitter glue on. It's not too late, is it? If I can find it. Yeah, it's here. Just put a tiny amount of glitter glue on. It might go on better. And let's have another go. Oh yeah. I want to put some on that green a little bit. Not too much, because I don't want to take away from the green. It looks really nice. Just patting it on. Let's go in with the finger. Gosh, it's super soft. Gonna go in again with that Nothing Compares, that green shimmer. A wipe is needed, and then I'm gonna go in with some glue for the left eye. So pretty. And then I'll go back in with the green. I don't know if you're noticing it on camera, but it's definitely a white shadow, but then it's got a purple shift. Real pretty. A lot of companies are doing that these days. Like I said, Juvia's Place, the Deuce palette has got one in. Some of my Colourpop ones have got them in. So yeah, I really do like it. I think that's as far as I could take it. Thinking about it now, I wish I would have gone in with one of the brighter shades underneath. But we've got 4 days, yeah, maybe 3 or 4 days to do more looks with this palette, and then obviously when Pretty Random pulls it out, we can do more looks. So yeah, so this is the green look. I'm gonna put some mascara on. It's just the Essence False Lashes. And what I'll do, I don't normally do this because I don't like shimmery eyeshadows on the brow bone. I'm going to put some of that Sweet shade on the brow bone. Ooh. I might put a bit as a highlight as well and really get some use out of it. So the highlighter I'm wearing today is Mary Lou the Balm, if you're interested. Need to go back in with Nothing Compare. Darn it. Got mascara on my lower lids and I've got it on my hands. Right, let me wait for that to dry. And on with the camera, I hope it recorded. So basically what I've just done is I had some mascara just underneath, so I've wiped that away. And I've put this shade Sweets on the cheeks as well, just as a highlighter over my Mary Lou the Balm. So I'm just going to blend that out so it's not looking too harsh. You can just see the pink reflecting it. There's a hair in it. Okay, and then we're done with that. So I'm going to wipe my lip oil off and we're going to put this Barbie and Pure lipstick in the shade Innovator on. Let's just wipe it properly. I've got a bit of a brown mark from my bronzer. I've gone a bit ham on it. Okay, so this is the finished look, guys. I really like it. Like I said to you earlier, I did have to build the pastel green up. I'm not surprised, it is a pastel eyeshadow palette and normally you do have to do that. But with this one was so pigmented. That one is called Frills and that's what I've got all over the crease. But yeah, initially I just wanted to see what Take a Moment looks like, and also Nothing Compares, and I also wanted to use Sweets, which I did. So I've done a 4 eyeshadow look. I didn't want to use Sweetheart just purely because it's I wouldn't even say it's like a cream ivory shade, it's more like a peachy shade, so it's a good like transition shade, I would say. I mean, you can barely see it on my skin tone there. But I wanted to see how much pigment they had without me putting that as a base down. But tomorrow I might use it as a base. So guys, this concludes day 1 look 1. So this is what the eyes look like. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you tomorrow for day 2 look 2. Guys, welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you're new here. So I hope today is gonna go better than yesterday. So I was doing the first look with the Moira Sweet Delights Macarons palette, this lovely palette that I was kindly gifted by Lisa from Banning Panning and Beyond, and the first portion of the video didn't film. So the only thing that you missed seeing me do, let's take all this paper out. The only thing that you missed seeing me do was applying Take a Moment, that lovely pastel green there. Just going to check if we're still recording. That's fine, we're still recording, so hopefully this one will go better today. I'm kind of inclined to wanting to do a rainbow eye. I can't do it tomorrow just purely because I'm going into town with my mum. So I thought I'd do it today. I'm not really going anywhere, maybe to the shop later on. I definitely want to use this yellow here. It's called It's Magical. So I thought yellow, then I thought maybe Sugarland, Obsessed, and then Could Be. Let's swatch them. I did swatch them this morning and they are super smooth. Look at that yellow. So that's yellow. I'm going to do 2 swatches. I'm obsessed with how creamy these shadows are. They're just gorgeous. Maybe put some Dreaming on as well. Then Sugarland. Yeah, Sugarland. Then Could Be. Part of me thinks the deeper pink might look better. Let's have a look. So that's what all the shades look like that I'm thinking of using. I'm gonna just take the more paler pink off and then try it with Delights. Another hot day in the UK. Absolutely sweating. Yeah, I think that might look better. I'm just double checking to see if there's anything else that I can do. Now we'll use them shades. So they're the shades we're going with. Just need to find some brushes. Okay, we've got some here. So I think I want the yellow to go in the inner portion of the eye, the inner corners. I think so anyway. And I'm not going to put any powder over my primer. I want it to be as pigmented as possible. So we're going to go in with It's Magical. On one of the days I just want to put that all over the lid just to see what it looks like. I might do that tomorrow when I'm going into town. Because these eyeshadows are really good just to put down as a one and done eyeshadow. I'm going to see what it looks like now though. Yeah, we're going to have to keep building it up because again it's a pastel yellow. But I feel once it's been built up I'm really going to like it. Now I'm not normally that good at doing pastel rainbow looks. I did like the one that I did with the Morphe and Madison Miller palette, but I just basically copied her look. Oh, can you see the sweat? Gosh. It doesn't normally get hot in my property, that's why I don't have a fan. It's normally really cool. Sorry, this is just my sister. I'm just going to put it on silent. I'll reply to that once we've done this video. Right, we'll leave it like that. I'll probably have to build it up a bit more. I'm taking all the embossment off the shadows. It's quite sad. But Lisa didn't buy me this to look at. She bought it for me to use, and because I'm in love with it. I was in love with it when I saw it on the site, but this has exceeded my expectations by far. I would actually pay the excruciating shipping for me to get some things, but I think I would get bundles. At this rate I'm going to have to powder after I've done this look. Right, what are we doing next? I'll save that brush in case I want to go back in with the yellow. use this one. I think the pink next. So Delights, that one there. That looks quite pigmented. And I'm just gonna keep building the colour up until I like the pigmentation and the gradient. I really do like how that's looking. Okay. I might need to get a couple more clean brushes. I need a new colour switch. I think I'm going to have to order one. Maybe use this microfiber towel. I think that's alright. Okay, so what we're doing next, I think it was the mint green. So Dreaming, I'll show it to you. Dreaming. Again, it looks quite pigmented. Oh, that's more pigmented than the other two shades I've just put on. That's gorgeous. I think it might be this brush though. I might wipe the colour off and try and use it on the other shades, because it's a lot stiffer. So over the next couple of days I'm going to try and use as many eyeshadows as I can, but it's a 15 eyeshadow palette and there's only 2 shimmers in it. I will try and use as much as I can. I was looking for reviews on this palette and like tutorials, just because it's overwhelming, isn't it, all the pastel shades, and I didn't know what kind of look to go for, so I'm just making it up as I go along. And I wanted some inspiration, but there was nothing on this palette. They had some of the other Moira palettes, but not this one. But this is her new collection, isn't it? So maybe other people will get it soon. I don't think I'm going to be using this Could Be shade. I think it's too similar to the mint green. We'll just have to use something else. Right, I'll use the microfiber towel. Take the colour off. Right, what colour shall I use? Maybe this green that I used yesterday. Take a moment. I am obsessed with this palette. It is stunning, and I've only done 2 looks with it and I absolutely love it. Right, so I've got less of the green on the left eye, which always happens to me, than I have on the right. So I'm going to just rub the colour off this brush again. I'm going to go in with all the shades again and just try and make them more pigmented. So I'm going to go in with the yellow first, the It's Magical shade. It's a gorgeous yellow, this. Yeah, it's definitely the brush. it's allowing these shades to be more pigmented because it's a lot stiffer than the other brush I was using. Stunning. Sorry, I know that mirror's in your way. They're just really gorgeous mattes. Really gorgeous. Oh. Now I'm going in with a pink. It was Delights, wasn't it? That one there. So my mum's been staying with me. I've introduced her to all you ladies who I watch regularly. And she's been watching my videos as well when I've been editing them. It's a good brush this. So this is the Japanesque 346. I got it from TK Maxx. I wish I would have got 2 of them. Then we're going to go back in with Dreaming. Then I just need to take that colour off, and then we'll go in with Take a Moment, and then we're done. The tricky part is mirroring all these shades on the lash line. Well, I've just gone and got my very small accent brush to do the detail work. So we're going to go on with It's Magical first, that really nice yellow. So we're going to mirror, or try and mirror, everything that's on the lid to on the lash line. Which is more or less done anyway now. The yellow, that is. I think this eyeshadow's melting off. Yeah, it is. Damn it. Don't know if you can see it, but it's melting off here. The right eye's not doing that. For some reason the left eye does it a lot, and the more I try and put on to fix it, the worse it gets. It's because my left eye waters a lot. Where's that brush? I think I might have to leave it. I'm making it worse. That's a bit better. Then we're going in with Delights. It's looking a lot lighter on the lash line. It's because there's no primer on the lash line. Then it was the mint green, which is not looking mint green at all. Dreaming. Oh, that's so much more pigmented. And then it's the lime green, which is called Take a Moment, which I'm trying to do, but I'm sweating. Sweating my makeup off. I want to go in with another layer of all those shades. So It's Magical is the yellow. I definitely want to try this yellow all over the lids, just as a one and done eyeshadow. Then the pink, Delights. Yeah, the left eye is just watering, but I don't think it's the usual my eyes watering. I think it's because it's hot, because I don't feel like any tears. Normally when my eyes just water I feel the tears, but it's not like that. And then we're going to go in with Dreaming. And then that lovely lime green. I definitely wouldn't think twice about using these eyeshadows just by themselves. A quick one and done eyeshadow. So we're going to go in with Take a Moment now. And then I'm going to go back in with that brush and pop some more of that yellow on my left eye. It's just coming off. Yeah, it's very watery. Oh, I really like this look before as well, and I'll let it dry and try and fix it. Right, so epic fail there. I've taken the yellow portion on the left eye off with a wipe, so I'm waiting for that to dry and I'm going to try it one more time. Now obviously if it doesn't work, then I don't know, you've seen the right eye. That's the right eye is how I want the left eye to be, but it's kind of clammy and sweaty and horrible. I thought I'd put this lipstick on first. I don't normally do glosses, but I thought this would go with the look. I don't want anything too extravagant and it takes it away from this pastel eyeshadow look. So let's put this on. It's by Glam Doll and it's the Cosmo Holographic Lip Gloss. Oh, you can see the sparkle. This would look good as a lipstick topper for sure. Can you see the sparkle on camera? Right, so that's that. Let's try and do this again. Oh my gosh. I'm losing the will to live, guys. I really am. Now I've lost the brush. Let me just go and find that. Found it, but part of me is wondering if I should use this for it. Let's try it. So let's clean it off. So this one is the Morphe oval brush, and this is quite densely packed as well. So back in with It's Magical. See, a lot's on the brush. Let's get the mirror, please. No, I don't think it's working. A certain part in my lid doesn't want the eyeshadow to adhere to it. Damn this weather, I cannot wait for autumn. Bring on the cooler weather. The right eye's starting to do it now as well. That's how much I'm baking. And you can see it more because the mattes. And I'm just applying more and more eyeshadow to try and cover it, and it's just not working, so I think I'm going to have to leave it here. Yeah, that's about as good as I'm going to get it. You can't really see it anymore. I think after this video is filmed, I'm not going to tightline. I'm just going to put Essence The False Lashes Mascara Extreme Volume and Curl, and then we'll be done. Thankfully. Please don't transfer. And it has a tiny bit. See if we can go in with my finger and tap some on where it's transferred, so the pink is covering it a little bit, but not entirely. And also, oops, and also the mint green, that's been covered, and the pink on the left eye, and also the mint green. Right, I'm also going to put some of this lovely duochrome on that I used yesterday, Sweets, just on the brow bone, and I'm just going to go in with my little finger. Pretty. I literally look like I'm melting. Right, I think that's it. Finally, let's have a look. Yeah, the yellow has stayed on, which is good. Like I said earlier, I took the entire yellow bit from this left eye. I didn't want to take all the eyeshadow off just to put that yellow back on, and I didn't really want to start the eye look. I really like how it's turned out. I think I'm going to have to take it off, or at least take off my base makeup. I could potentially leave this on and see how the eyeshadows were. Guys, this completes the look for day 2, look 2. We had a bit of a meltdown, but I've managed to fix that. So I will see you tomorrow for day 3, look 3. Guys, welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you're new here. Thank you for joining me today. So today is day 3 with this beautiful little palette here. So it's the Moira Macarons Sweet Delights. It's from the Sweet series. It's really pretty, and I thought about testing a few more of the shades, so doing yet another rainbow look, but maybe just, I don't know, maybe just 3 of the shades. I really wouldn't mind testing this pink out here. It's called Happiness. Also Obsessed. And maybe Frills together. So maybe those 3. Yeah. Maybe just those 3 today, and maybe another bright shade in the inner portion of the eye. I haven't decided what yet, so let's just get into it. Okay, right, so I've already cleaned this brush off, but I'm just making sure there's nothing on it. So it's the Japanesque 346, and I noticed in yesterday's video it went on better with this. So, what are we putting on first? We're going with Happiness first, which is that light pink. This would make a good transition shade, but I'm not going to use it as a transition shade. I'm just going to put it here. Just going to build the colour up because I like my eyeshadows pigmented. I say this in every single video, but I do. I think because it's a pastel pink, that's gonna be as pigmented as it goes, which is pretty pigmented for a very light pastel pink. So the work has been done on my mum's flat now. That was being carried out. So she'll be going home tomorrow. She said to me yesterday, I bet you'll be glad to have your place back, won't you, to yourself? And I said, well, you can stay as long as you want. I really don't mind. But I bet she wants to get home to her flat as well. Seems to have gone on smoother on the right eye. Must have texture on my left eye. As long as it doesn't like kind of come off, I'm okay with that. So now we're going to go in with the Obsessed shade, which is this really nice lilac purple. It's really pretty that. I'm just going to use the other side of the brush. Not going to clean it off at this point. Ooh, that's pretty. I think them two shades would look really nice together, and I was right. So you could put 4 shades on, but I want to do it with just the 3 shades. And then we're going to establish, I might just do 4 days, 4 looks with this palette instead of 5. Because I do have the ABH Carly Bible to do, and I'm hoping, I don't know if I'll be able to do it, if I'll have enough time, but I'm still hoping to be able to do the collaboration that I do with the ladies. But I'm really cutting it for time. It's just because I've not been able to film as much with my mum being here. If she's okay with me doing it, then I'll be able to do it. But if not, I'm sure the ladies won't mind me missing this month. I mean, it's very rare that I miss a month ever since I joined the collaboration. I've not missed a month of filming for that collaboration, so I'm sure they wouldn't mind. I just have to see how I get on. Not going to stress myself out over it. Because life is way too short for that. Okay, so now I want to go in with Frills, which is this deeper mint green. So I've already used Dreams. I used that, I think, on day 2. So we're going to go in with Frills now. It's looking really nice. These eyeshadows are performing better than the Morphe and Maddie Ziegler palette, and I really enjoyed that. And it's a very similar look to what I did with that palette. I think I just want to build the pink up a little bit more. So on both sides of the eye, I'm just going to tap some more of Happiness on. Yeah, that looks good. So does that. And then I want to go in with that Obsessed shade, which is the lilac one. Do the same with that. And I don't really feel like I need to with the mint green, so I'll leave that. That's the right pigmentation that I want. And then what I feel like doing is putting some of that Sweets shimmer shade on my brow bone. I haven't even done my brows. And I don't know what to do for in the corner. I don't know if to put Sweets on or try and go with one of these other mattes. The thing is, they're all dark. I mean, I suppose I could put Take a Moment on. Yeah, let's try that. Try it with this brush. I've used this Take a Moment shade before, but never mind. And that's not really working. Don't know whether it's the brush or what, but yeah, let me try going back in with this Japanese brush. Just tapping some on. Again, I'll have to tap. Might be better to just go on my little finger and... yeah, that's better. It's not as precise, but much better. Now what I want to do is just mirror all the shades that I used on my lids onto the lash line. So I need to take the tape off. I did put some sellotape on. Let's see how sharp it's looking. Yeah, pretty good. So the wing is looking pretty good. I'm just going to go in with that pink first, which is called Happiness. Oh, I've gone in with Delights by mistake, which is another pink. Then we're going in with Obsessed. At the minute I don't have any content to put up on the channel. Like I said, my mum's been here, so I've not been able to film. I do have a haul next, so that'll probably go up before this video, just so you have something to watch of mine. But I think I'm just going to do 4 days with this palette, so that should go up tomorrow as well. Oh, the left eye's watering now. The next shade we're going to go in with is Frills, which is that mint green. I'm not going to go in to try and make it sharper, just purely because that wing's already quite sharp actually. Just follow that line. I think what I'll do in future is use the tape because I'm actually liking the look of how that's looking, and that produces a better wing than I can produce, so yeah, well, I think we'll do that. Got to say, I really do like pastel rainbow eyes more than I like normal rainbow eyes. I think they look amazing, all these different beautiful pastel shades all over the eye. Yeah, that looks really, really good. Right, I'm just gonna establish what we've actually used in this palette. Right, so we've pretty much used all of the top row apart from Overload, so that might be one for tomorrow. The bottom row, again, pretty much used them all apart from Delicious and Sweetheart, that one there. And then the third row I've only got one shade, and that's Bewitched. So yeah, I think we're just going to do 4 days 4 looks with this palette rather than 5 days 5 looks with it. I've really been enjoying the palette. As you can see, you know, I've only got good things to say about it so far. Okay, so let's put some mascara on, and then I'll grab a lippy, and then we'll do my brows, and then we'll be done. It's transferred, so I'll have to sort that out in a second. Yeah, that looks nice. Let me get a lipstick and my brow products, and then we'll be done. So what we're going to do is we're just going to be using the Glossier one. We're just going to run it quickly through the brows, but before that I just like to comb my brows out. I comb them upwards just so they look a little bit fuller. And in the boy brow, I think I'm dark brown or brunette or something like that. Brown, it's just brown. I do like this, guys, but I feel like it's not worth the hype, because it does get a lot of hype and it is quite expensive. It is just a little bit better than my Makeup Obsession one, and my Makeup Obsession one cost £6 and then this one was 15, so you know, it's like double the cost, actually more than double the cost. So what does everyone think of Glossier as a brand? Now that gets a lot of hype, Glossier does as well, and when I placed this order for the boy brow, I got it in a set with the Glossier concealer. In fact, I think I may have had to pay for the Glossier concealer separately, I can't remember, but I did purchase the Glossier stretch concealer, and I also purchased one of their balms, and with both of those products I just think they're okay. I'm not wowed by the stretch concealer, but that happens a lot to me when I get a product and everyone raves about it. I'm like, is that it? Is that all it's going to do? Are you not going to do any more for me than that? I don't know what I expect it to do, but I am often disappointed. Yeah, the products that don't get talked about so much, I'm absolutely in love with. So yeah, it's like this palette here, this Moira one. I saw it on the website and was in love with it straight away. I've looked on YouTube and they do have tutorials with Moira palettes, but not this one. This one isn't on there. In fact, I don't think anything from the Sweet series was, and I can appreciate it's a new line compared to all the other palettes by Moira, but I feel like this palette needs to be talked about more, or actually screamed about. What we're going to do next is just put some lipstick on. I'm going to go in with this Christine Dior one. It's a brilliant spring summer colour. It's in the shade Rouge Blossom. So just looks like that. And hopefully none will transfer to my tooth. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so now I just need to fix the eyeshadow where the mascara's run, so let's have a look where that is. It's on the purple. So I'm just going to go in with Obsessed. She's not really getting rid of it. Right, and then I'm going to go in with frills. And I may as well go in with Sweetheart as well and tap some on. And then the left eye is transferred in the same places. Oh, I can feel this makeup melting off. Right guys, so this concludes the video. Thank you so much for watching. So this is the overall look. I will see you tomorrow for day 4. Look for it and we'll discuss the palette in more detail. You can already tell that I love it, but we will discuss what I don't like, if there is anything, and if I do, we'll be doing that in tomorrow's video. So I'll see you soon guys. Welcome back to this channel, or welcome if you're new here. Thank you for joining me today. So today is going to be the final look with the Moira Macarons Sweet Delight palette. I have been really enjoying this palette so much. It's an absolute gorgeous palette. I mean, just look at all those pastel shades, they're just so beautiful. So we're going to do a look. I'm not too sure on the shades. It's probably going to be a 3 or 4 eyeshadow look again today. But yeah, we'll just see what we want to do. Before I get into any of the shades, I think I'm going to put some tape on like I did yesterday. So it's just normal sellotape on this dispenser here. And then because it's quite sticky, I just run it on the back of my hand to get all that tackiness off, just so it's slightly sticky but not so sticky that it's going to hurt when it comes off. I think I've removed too much of the stickiness now. Let's just put that back. Right, so we're done there. Let's check the shades that I haven't used. I know I haven't used that blue on the top, so we definitely need to use that. And then I haven't used Delicious. Let's swatch them because I need to kind of figure out of the placement I want to put them. So that's Overload. This one is Delicious. It's a really bright fuchsia pink. That's Delicious. I think I wanted to use Sugarland, but I didn't use it, so we'll pop Sugarland in as well, which is the lighter pink. You can barely see it. Need a wipe. Now the Sweetheart, this one here, I'm not going to use it. It's just, I might use it to blend the shades out actually. This Bewitched is kind of too deep as well. I might put that on the lash line, so we could potentially use that. But there is only 3 shades here. So I guess we're going to go in with Sugarland in the inner corners, like in the inner portion of the eye, just because it is the lightest shade. So let's start this now. So this is the last look guys. I'm only doing 4 days, 4 looks like I said yesterday. I was initially doing 5, but I'm behind with so much since my mum's come to stay. I'm behind with quite a few things. Oh, I've got into the wrong shade, so that was a good start. I've gone into Delights, which is the deeper pink. So yeah, I'm behind with quite a few videos, and you guys have noticed as well, just purely because I'm getting messages asking if I'm okay, which I truly appreciate. I'm okay guys, it's just I've not had time to film. But yeah, I really do appreciate getting messages just to check in. So my mum's going home today, well tonight. She's just gone into town now, then she's coming back. She'll be going probably about 10 o'clock this evening, so I'll walk her home, make sure she gets home okay, because even though it's not that late, there's a park near where I live and I don't mind having to walk past it myself, but a 71-year-old woman, no, I'm not having that, so I will walk her home tonight. And yeah, she'll be sleeping in her own bed tonight. I have felt bad for her though. She's been sleeping on my sofa, and although it's a really comfy sofa, she should have her own bed. That's why I wish I had a 2-bedroom flat rather than a 1, but I'm not moving out at this point. I've got no reason to move out. I've always said I would love a beauty room, and if we had a 2-bedroom flat, that would definitely be on the cards, and maybe I would put a bed in there as well for guests. Well, I say guests, I mean my mum. But yeah, the sofa is comfortable. When I need to replace that sofa, which shouldn't be for a long time, I've not had it that long, I'm going to get a sofa bed in the front room, I think. I was going to buy a sofa like the one I've got, but it pulled out into a sofa bed. I don't know why I didn't do that. It wasn't that much more expensive. Yeah, we'll go in with a fuchsia pink next. So that one is delicious. Ooh, that's bright, isn't it? And then we're going to go in with Overload. I don't know how this is going to look. This really nice blue here. What I want to do is go on with the same shades again, just to blend them in a little bit better to each other, so it's kind of more of a seamless blend. I think that's the wrong shade. So back in with Sugarland. Back in with Delicious. Keep dropping that mirror. And then back in with, what did I use? Oh, Overload. It's not as vibrant on the left eye. And I need to go in with a little bit more of the other shades and take them higher in the left eye. So, Delicious. Sugarland. and overload. Yeah, that's a bit better. Now, I think I want to blend that out with Sweetheart. I think I want to blend all those eyeshadows out with Sweetheart. I'm just going to use my Spectrum B07. And it's the first time I've used this shade. It's just like a peach. Right, and what we'll do again is put sweets on the brow bone. I never use a shimmer normally on the brow bone, but I think it looks nice. Then I just need to find my accent brush, and we're just mirroring what we've done on the lids, like we've been doing all this past week really. So actually no, first of all I want to go in, let's have a look, I want to go in with something for the inner corners, and it's got to be this one. This one is my favourite eyeshadow in the palette. It's Magical. Well, my favourite matte anyway. When you put it on with this brush, it doesn't want to go on. Oh, it's getting a little bit more pigmented. I'm gonna go in with my little finger as well. That's better. Much better. Okay, so now we can go in with the accent brush and go in with Sugarland first. So it's not as hot today. I've been baking the last few days when I've used this palette. I think it's only like 18 degrees today in the UK. Where I live is 18. And it's been like 30, 26, 28. Really, really hot. So thank heavens it's calming the hell down. So we're going into Delicious. Tomorrow it's supposed to rain, and I feel like we need it. And then we're going to go into Overload. Normally I would do swatches at the end of the video. I'm not going to do that. The video is getting really long as it is. Probably by the time I've added this to the video it'll be well over an hour. So I thought I would do them separately. I know that you've seen them on the eye for the most part. I know you've seen the majority of them on the eye. But I thought I'd show you some hand swatches in a separate video. Oh, that scratched my eye a little bit. I'm not too sure of the colour combination of this one. This is what I've done today. And then we're going in with Delicious. Just because I don't know what happened there. So we're going in with Sugar. Sorry about that, guys. Sorry about that, guys. The battery went in the camera and then the light was flickering, so I had to change the batteries in the external light as well. So what I've done is I've just fixed where the mascara went onto my lids. I've just put the shades that I used on the lids back on in the palette. So it was Sugarland, Delicious and Overload. That's what I've got on my lids. Where's my mirror? And then I've mirrored it on the lash line there. I think you saw me doing that. And then for lip gloss, I've just used that when I used the other day, when I used the palette. It's the Glam Doll Cosmo Holographic Lip Gloss, and it's got like glitters running through it, holographic glitters. So we're not going too crazy with the lipstick today. It's quite nice. Yeah, I do like the look. I mean, it is a bit out there with the blue. I would say it's very, very out there, but I do like it. It's not as nice as some of the other pastel looks that I've created, but I just wanted to test as many of these eyeshadows as I could for you. So you're getting 15 eyeshadows. I've said this in previous videos, and only 2 of them are shimmers. So we've got the Sweet Shade, which is perfect for the brow bone. I've also used that as a highlighter on my cheeks, and also an inner corner highlighter, and it works really, really well. And also you're getting this Nothing Compares green. It's real pretty. I absolutely adore it. I mean, look at that green, guys. And then this one is really sheer. It's more of a topper, sweets. So they're the only 2 shimmers in the palette. Now normally that would bother me. It really doesn't in this palette, just because you've got so much variation on the other shades as well. If you've got another pastel palette, you could bring that in as a companion palette. Let me just show you. So the first thing that jumped out at me, this BH Cosmetics Lost in Los Angeles palette. I bought this because of all the pastels, so that just looks like that. So you could definitely use this as a companion palette. And then I thought about this Fade into Hue. These aren't pastels. I'll show you. I've recently used this, so you'll know what it looks like. But you could for sure, I mean, there are a few pastels in here. You could for sure use that with the Moira palette as well. But more than that, if you do have like quite a big Colourpop collection, you probably have these in your collection anyway. So I've got the Vault, the tie-dye Vault, and I feel like that would go better than anything that I've just shown you. So we've got this one. I was going to use this one last week. This one is In a Trance, and this would go so well with a lot of those shades. I could have used it this week and like pulled this in as a companion palette, but I just wanted to test the Moira palette by itself. So we've got that one, and then I've not tried any of these. I've tried In a Trance. I did a look with that. I'll leave the look that I created here somewhere, so you can go and check it out. But these are all new palettes. The only thing I've done is swatch them. Then we've got this one, another brilliant pastel palette. So that's Miss Bliss. And then we've got this one. This one is going to be a favourite, I can feel it. This one would have gone so well over and out. Look at that. Yeah, I think those palettes would have gone really well with the Moira one. I'm just trying to put them all back in. Maybe next time Pretty Random asks me to use the Moira Macarons palette, then I will bring one of these palettes in as well. I think it would look really nice. What are your thoughts on it? So guys, this concludes the video. So this is the beautiful palette. The last thing I've got to say on the palette is absolutely stunning. I would highly recommend it. The formula is super smooth, super buttery. Although most of them are very light pastel shades, they do build up really nicely. You will have seen that in the last 4 videos that I created with it. I said I was going to do 5 days, 5 looks, and I did do 5 days, 5 looks, but you've not seen it. So I did a look with this shade, It's Magical, all over the lid and into the crease, and just put some mascara on, but I didn't like the way my makeup looked that day, so it's not gone up on the channel. But yeah, it's a beautiful palette. If you like pastel shades like I do, I would highly recommend it. Like I said, I will be doing some swatches on it in a separate video, maybe today, but it will be in a separate video because this is too long. The last thing I would like to say is thank you to Lisa from Banning, Panning and Beyond for sending me this beautiful friend mail. I really do appreciate it. And this concludes the video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate your time and support on the channel. It means the absolute world to me. Please like, it really does help. Share and comment, and if you're not already subscribed, I would love for you to hit that subscribe button. I'm currently working on a giveaway and that should go up in the next month or so, and I would love for you to enter, and I will see you in my next one, guys. Bye.